That it is, the HDFNL Footy Show. Dave, it's not often that we see you every second week off, but with the Footy Show, you've been fairly consistent.
I tried to be, Brian, and it's a good evening to you and a good evening to our viewers. I think that's a bit harsh. No doubt my legion of supporters will back me in saying that.
Your what?
Legion of supporters.
You've got a legion of supporters, do you now?
I do.
All
And
right.
hi to Dennis Gardner. He's my number one fan.
Anyone else you can name, or just Dennis?
Karen Hancock.
Mum. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, interesting weekend of footy. A little bit predictable. We kind of knew where we were was the match of the round, and there's a big gap now between Mount Pleasant, who are on top, and the bottom sides. They just go to an extra gear. It's like they sit in first gear for a while, Mounts, and just go when they like. Just put the foot on the pedal.
Yeah, it was funny because I was watching that match while we called the White Hills and North Bendigo game, and I was a bit surprised at the start because Elmore kicked the first 2 goals of the game. I thought, "Oh, here we go. Coggo's got an exciting game," but unfortunately, it didn't turn out to be that way because that was all that they kicked for the rest of the game, Elmore, which was probably a little bit disappointing. 2 goals, 4 for the game against 18-9, 117. In what you said, probably one side of the fair after quarter time.
And it was wet, so there's a few.
Yeah, we did see a bit of rain on the camera coming through early on. So, yeah, look, but at that stage, Elmore were leading. So, I don't know what happened after that, Cogs.
Yeah, look, they're a good side. I mean, and, to have someone like Nathan Kay, who was their best player for a few years, to be playing against them is just it's like stubbing your toe, mate. It hurts, So
Yeah, and look, I just see Nathan kick 2 goals. So, it's funny how players seem to get up a little bit more against their old side, don't they? Just generally speaking.
he copped a bit, but I mean, he took it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're always going to say something. I don't know how it ended at Elmore. I've got no idea, but maybe it was a bit messy. I'm not sure. But anyway,
yeah. And looking at the goal kickers there, Joel Warden kicking 3 and also Jackson Nile kicking 3. Notice Benny Waitman didn't play, Cogs.
No, I'm not sure what's going on with Benny. I think he's a bit sore, but
do you think they just nursed him to the finals?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure, but one thing I do know is that we said Razanek from Heathcote was a chance for the medal, and we spoke about a few others. Put Jack Hickman in there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
well, Jack was actually named one of the best players.
He was the best player. Trust me.
Yeah, right.
He was the best player on the ground.
Yeah, kicking a goal and must have racked up a few possessions. Unfortunately for Elmore, not much you can really say there. Better players, Matt Philo, Reece Holmberg, Hayden Drury, Charlie O'Toole and Lockie Munro. I noticed the 2 goals was kicked by one player in Lockie Gall. So I'm sure Luke Freeman's scratching his head up there thinking, what can they do for the rest of the year? Because I have done a bit of analysis of the run home for all sides for the last 4 rounds, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah, that was very impressive when I saw that.
And it doesn't bode well for Elmore, unfortunately.
No. They probably want the season to finish quicker than what it is, but it is what it is. I would think that Mount Pleasant have just got the difference between them is that I could see it from being a long-time commentator. That is that they just set up a wall. So when Elmore, who are under enormous pressure down in their back line, just pick it up and kick it, guess what? Guess who's there? A wall of 4 players. Lockington aside, when I first come into the HDFNL, that did it so well. But I do it though, but it also takes good players in your forward line as well to put pressure on, and they just that's what they do. So when the ball comes out, they've got every angle covered. And it felt like at times, I felt like saying, "Can we stop the game and check to make sure Elmore's got enough players on there?" That's what it was like.
Yeah, bit of a head count.
But I mean, it's not. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, I was going to say you keep going.
Oh, it's not Captain Obvious time, but they do have the replays every week. So regardless of that, it's hard for Elmore's coach to work around that because there's so much pressure to get it out of there, and you kick the ball out of there, and it's going to come back just as quick. So
So to me, that
That's
sounds
how they
like it's
do
more of a
it. They might,
structural problem.
yeah, they might be able to do it, Mounts, against the really good sides. They did try it last week
Yep.
against Colbo and it worked on
Yep.
occasions. But the trouble is that Leno's kind of doing the same thing. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So once you got it in there, it's a bit like, you don't want it to come out. You don't want it to go past the centre line. There was a quarter there where I think it went into the forward line once for Elmore. So,
Yeah. Right.
you're pretty congested.
Yeah. Well, it was a very similar tale over at Scott Street where we were, me and Nick, where North
Nick and I,
Bendigo,
mate.
well, Nick and I, North Bendigo ran away comfortable winners 21-19, 145 to White Hills 7-7-49. But like your game, White Hills came out of the box early and kicked the first two goals, and I thought, oh, here we go here. And then North Bendigo responded with 4 goals in the first quarter to be up by 2 goals. But same thing again with White Hills, just that second term faded out. They only kicked the 1 goal 2 to 5-5, which then gave North Bendigo pretty much about a 6 goal lead at halftime. And then pretty much after that, North Bendigo ran away, kicking 12 goals in the second half to White Hills' 4 to win comfortably by 96 points. And speaking to Brad McConnell after the game, he was a bit frustrated. He said, look, um, got a lot of young kids in the side at the moment. Charlie Mortimer was a really good player for them, but they're just only doing it in patches and they're not doing it for long enough. And I think that's the frustrating thing for Brad. Robbie Bennett, I think he's just sharpening the personnel, making sure that they're going to be slick and ready because they've got a couple of big weeks coming up. North Bendigo, they play both Mount Pleasant and Heathcote, which will be cracker, which we'll talk about a bit later. But yeah, look, Jordan Ford up forward, kicking 6 goals again for North. Dill Clem kicking 4. The best for White Hills was Charlie Mortimer, a young 18-year-old with a bit of blonde hair, rinse through the hair. He was really good in the second half, very lively. Lockie Martin also kicking 3 for the Heelys. But yeah, I think it sets up a cracker of a couple of next weeks for North Bendigo. And it's going to be a good test for them against both Mount Pleasant and Heathcote.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it'll be a beauty. Again, like you wouldn't want to put. Well, there's only 4 games to go. I mean, that's the thing is that we're in around 15,
Yep.
so there'll be 4 games, and that's it. It's amazing how quickly it's gone. Even quicker for you when you do every second week. But the thing is that they have the beauty of a few of them use Premier Data. I think North Bendigo does, Heathcote does. Who else is in there? Colbo certainly do. So there's a
Yep.
lot of those teams that Huntley do. Lockie as well. So they've not only got the replays, they've actually got the data as well. So
The data to back it up. Yeah.
yeah. So whether or not that helps, I don't know. I think there's quite a few teams that you talk to them and they go, "How's your mum?" kind of thing with it, and others just swear by it. It's
Yeah.
not.
Look at In the day, does it help strategically and tactically? Probably it does to a little bit of degree, but at the end of the day, it's still the 22 players on the field that's got to win the game for the club, don't they?
And I think the difference is with North Bendigo and certainly the top 4 sides. Maybe not, maybe Heathcote, but certainly Colbo is that they have players they can swing around. Like Jordan Ford is just a luxury to go up there and kick 6. And
Yeah.
I was watching your replay, and because that's what I do every week when we put him in. He gave a couple away as well. So
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and he was pretty quiet to start off with, and he just came over a bit of a flurry.
yeah,
They had just answers on every line. North Bendigo, White Hills, Love Valiant. I thought Mitchy Doll was pretty good in patches. Tamba Basher really well in the ruck early
yeah.
on. Young Tamba up against Hargraves. In fact, I think he won that battle early on, and Harry Shields also came in the ruck. He battled hard. Probably fair to say
Like
that
Harry. He's a
Hargraves.
good boy. He's a good boy, Harry. I like Harry.
Yeah, he's a good boy. And look, and Brad acknowledges they got probably, a few of the younger kids that just need a bit of time in their legs and a bit of run in the seniors to get that experience, which, that's what they're doing this year.
Yeah, indeed. He's good, mate. How you feeling about the old hometown?
Well, very optimistic. They haven't put a foot wrong since that loss against Lockerton that we called that day.
Yeah.
And I did tip Heathcote to beat Colburn, so, proven to be correct this time. Probably thought the margin surprised me. I thought it would have been a little bit closer, maybe 1 or 2 goals in it, but 10-14, 74 running out 23-point winners to Colbo's 7-9, 51. So, look, again, the Heathcote second and third quarters, they kicked 7 goals to 3, which pretty much gave them that 4-goal buffer, which they won by at the end of the game. Looking at some of their better players, Shawnee Williams kicking 4 goals. He was named in the best, as to Cody Price and Justin Bates, and he's probably last month's had a really good purple patch. He's kicked a bag of goals last week, didn't kick any this week, but named in their best. Razanak, 3 goals. Now, what I did do during the week, I watched some of his VFL highlights. Coggo, do yourself a favour
No, again.
when Razanak, when he played VFL for Essendon, watch some of his highlights that are on YouTube. So suggest do yourself a favour and watch a few of them, because some of the stuff he did at the VFL level was unbelievable. So you can understand why he's doing it at Heathcote League level. For Colin Abbott, Jude Ryan and Daniel Hill are naming their best. Lane Fitzgerald kicked 2 goals, and I think Grenfell kicked 3. So between those two, they kicked 5 of the 7 goals. Singles to Jude Ryan and Clint Shields. Yeah, not quite sure where that puts Colin Abbott in terms of the run home and their ladder positioning. I've done, like I
I think
said,
I'll be
done a bit of
right.
analysis. Yeah, they'll
I
be
think
top
I'll be right.
5.
Yeah.
It's just where they're going to end up on the ladder, which we'll see in my predictor very shortly. And the other game, Cogs, I think was up at Leachfield, who had a comfortable win against Lockington.
Yeah, I think Lockie. I was talking to the boys at the Harlem Globetrotters on Sunday night.
Ah,
Tyler
yes.
Phillips and
Yep.
Mitchie. They got some injuries. Thomas Leach is out for the season. Or what?
Yep. That's a big loss.
Season. So they just they might be just making it home, mate. That's about it. Which is
Yeah.
probably what Huntley needs to hear. But yeah, I mean, it's up to them, but they won't die wondering. They'll have a crack.
Yeah, looking at that game, Blake Guy kicking 3 for Leachfield. Same with Lachlan Martini kicking 3. And pretty evenly, Billy Hawkin 2 and Jack Guy kicking 2. For Lockington, that man, Tyler Phillips, was named in the best, as to young Paddy Keel. He's a fan favourite of mine. But no one really bagging goals or single goal kickers. Brodie Collins, Nick Sheldon, and Jeremy Mundy, and Will Walsh amongst the goal kickers. So,
Similar
yeah,
suspects, but you might as well, when Tyler Phillips plays, before the game starts, just put him in the best.
yeah, exactly.
Because he's just going to have crack,
Yeah, well, that's right. Jack O'Callaghan and Marcus Engo, some of the better players there. So, look, I think, yeah, well, do you want to go to our ladder predictor now?
Well, we can in a sec. Just on Leachy Gunny, though, which we don't talk about them
Oh,
as
yeah, sorry.
we should, because obviously you're never going to see them because they play away.
Well,
But
I'll see him in September, Cogs.
yeah, well, you might even see them late August because the grannies in September. I think their finals in August. With Blake Dye who can pop up. There's a few. I think that if any of the sides in there are a wild card, it's them. And they've shown they've nearly beaten Mount Pleasant at home, and they got some good results around the place. So they're inconsistent, but Blake Dye can pop up as he did, and there's other blokes they can swap around as well. So yeah, just keep your good eye on Leachville Gumbow.
Yeah, you're right. We saw them against Heathcote where they, in patches, actually hit the front, and then Heathcote came back. So you're right. They can cause a bit of damage there. I think they'll probably be 5th on the ladder at the end of the season's end before the finals series starts. But that's not to say that once they make finals, anything can happen.
Well, let's have a look at the predictor, Dave, because Huntley would be interested in where it at, and mind you, they would know anyway.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So the predictor. So what I've done, just to explain to our viewers, there is I've looked at the next 4 rounds, so rounds 15 through to 18. I've taken the current ladder position,
Yeah.
and for each of those games that you can see in green for the sides, I should say, they're the teams who I think they will beat. So, for an example, Mounts play North Bendigo. I think Mounts will beat North Bendigo. Where it's red, I think that team will lose. So Mount sitting second on the ladder at the moment, will lose against Mount Pleasant. The team that's got a blue shade, they got the bye for that particular round. So looking through rounds 15, I'm saying wins to North Bendigo, Elmore, Leachfield, and wins to Mount Pleasant, Heathcote, Colbernabon, and Lockington. And for round 16, Mount Pleasant plays White Hills. I'm saying it's a win there. North Bendigo v Heathcote down at Heathcote. I'm saying that's going to be a win to Heathcote. Uh, Colbernabon over Huntley and Litchfield Gumbauer, so on and so on. So what I've then done is said, okay, out of those next 4 rounds, where do each team, how many wins do they have? And what points and what was their ladder position? And you can see in that far right column, based on 56 points for Mount Pleasant, winning 3 of their 3 games left. That will put him top spot with round 17 having the bye. Heathcote, North Bendigo is the interesting one. I've gone Heathcote against North Bendigo purely because that's played down in Heathcote next week. Be a cracker. That would then catapult him to second spot on 46 points. Then this is where it gets interesting. Based on Colburn having beaten Leachfield or Huntley Lockington, and they have the bye at the end, gives them 3 wins, which will give them 44 points. And I say they end up third on that basis. North Bendigo, I'm saying for rounds 15 and 16, they're having losses against Mounts and Heathcote, but wins for 17 and 18 against Huntley gives them 2 wins, an extra 8 points, which will put them fourth, Coggo.
Yeah, I think you've been harsh on Huntley. I really have. I mean, to say they're only going to win 1 game out of 4, I think they're a massive chance against Lockie. I don't know if they can beat
Oh,
Colbo. They can beat Elmore.
yeah, look,
And North Bendigo's going to be tough, but they would have to get up. They'll know exactly where that's at. They'll look at both those other sides, Leach and Gunny. They've got Colbo. I think, yeah, well, they beat Elmore, North, and White Hill. So, yeah, you're probably right about that part. But I think Huntley, they have to win every game.
yeah, well, as I said, this is my predictions, and
Yeah,
everyone's entitled to their opinion. So based on that, Huntley 1 win won't get them enough. Even if they have 2 wins, it still wouldn't get them enough into the top 5.
yeah. Very
Yeah.
interesting and very impressive by you, David.
Yes.
Well done.
Look, time will tell come round 18 where the ladder positioning against the prediction. But yeah, so that would make Mounts on top, Heathcote second, Colbernabon third, North Bendigo fourth, and Leachfield Gumbauer around at the top 5
All right.
based on that predictor.
That'll do for last week and the Herbie predictor, Herbie
The
HDFNL
heavy, that's
predictor.
right.
I've
Had a bit
got
of spare
Herbie
time. I
Hancock's
just thought I'd
handiwork
crunch.
with the HDFNL predictor. It's big. But right now, I reckon, hang on a sec. Let's do this. So I've called it the Wednesday whip around, Dave, because we've been
Yep.
doing a bit of a chat in the middle, and it's time to whip around to the competitions, not just the HDFNL, things that are making news around the place. Gisborne in the Ballarat League for next year. Do you reckon? Well, they will be, sorry.
Yeah, well, it's been announced earlier this week that Bendigo Football League have agreed or accepted the request to vacate the competition by the Gisborne Football and Netball Club, which I think, has probably dragged out 12 months too long in Gisborne's eyes. But at the end of the day, they've got their wish. They'll be heading across to Ballarat, which they'll join neighbouring areas such as Bacchus Marsh,
No,
Sunbury, and what's the other one?
Melbourne.
Darley down that way. Yep.
Melbourne.
And, yeah, and so it's probably a win for them. It's probably good. I see the Gisborne under 18s on the weekend forfeited their
Did they?
match. They did against Strathfield, say, just purely because they don't have the numbers because of the 30th June deadline. They were unable to get extensions on their match permits for those players that were playing with the Gisborne Giants, I think, in the Riddle League. So they're going to obviously look for the future and start recruiting some of those boys for next year, which is an interesting sign. So yes, that's going to leave as it is currently the competition in the Bendigo Football League to 8 teams.
Yep.
And I know the search is on by the probably board of the BFNL to find a ninth, if not 10th team. And the question remains, who will that be, Cogs?
Right. Well, predictions are what you're good at. So, who's it going to be? They'll need another team next year.
I don't think it's Morong, and I don't think it's Maiden Gully.
I think it has to be one of them. I think it's Morong.
I don't think. I just think, and I've been speaking to a few people around the traps. A couple of good points is one thing we got to give consideration to is the facilities, whether they're up to standard. Um, I think with Maiden Gully, the fact that they co-share with a school will have some issues from a league perspective. And in terms of Morongs, I think the facilities are probably not up to what would be considered BFNL standard.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't have thought Golden Square's in great shape at the minute, but anyway, a lot of work going.
No, but they're going through redevelopment.
I would have thought that YCO, I mean, the school thing, I get that. I mean, yeah, look, the ground's new, the facilities are new. I'm not sure that's the, yeah. Having said that, I do understand what, you look at the other teams and, yeah, I think there'd be quite a few down that way. Castlemaine would be going, hang on a sec, look what we've got. And it's not great.
No.
Not their fault, by the way.
No, that's right. But the thing is, they've been in the competition for the last 60, 70 years.
Yeah, but facility-wise, I think you want to be careful with that because, yeah, some places are lacking.
Oh, that's right, and that's no fault of Morong, and that's not being just. I think just with a competition such as Bendigo Football League being a major competition.
But he needs more than that to catch up with Zach Finlay, who's doing it on a bit at the minute. Makes his way around that bend. It looks like we're going to have a winner for the tag 125 light from start to finish. Last bend. Done deal. Comes down the straight, gets sideways a bit, but he's picked up a win. He's just about there too, Mercury. Look out, Phil. You've had the race on your own, mate. Oh, he just went a little bit sideways too. He'll come around and he'll get a lap after this to finish. What a great race here at Bendigo, the Victorian Combined Masters Final. Last lap, what a great race this is. Radford out in front, Mercury pushing him, tries to get through, can't do it. Still out in front. Let's see if he can do it. He's out in front. I reckon he might have got there, Phil Radford. Good racing. Mercury's going to have one little last go. Gives him a little shove down to the checkered flag, and it is Phil Radford. As you can see, there's a slower racer in there too, by the way. So Sasso and Zach Thompson got nothing. He got eyes off the track. Oh no, Finlay. He's crashed. He will be ropeable.
Lovely thing about together. It goes a long way.
High contact, number 22, your free kick right there.
Ladies and gents, everyone's in, everyone's here. Fantastic. What a great turn up. What a great idea. All ideas are great ideas, but it takes people to actually put it together and do all the prep behind it. And I'm sure we've all been culprits in the past of having great ideas, but letting it go after a few weeks and going, nah, too hard. This guy here beside me and his friends, nothing's too hard for them. To Melbourne, from Bendigo to Melbourne, to Canberra to Bendigo. So let's hear from the Mayor of the City of Greater Bendigo, Thomas Prince, everyone.
Thanks, mate. Hey, first of all, it's really lovely to see so many people here today. So as you start the walk, I just hope that you remember something a little different and start doing things a little different. I hope that when you really hear someone ask, how are you? I hope you really answer it. Don't give them the, I'm good. Tell them how you are really feeling. And I hope when you ask it to really mean it, don't let it just be a throwaway question. Commit to it. Prepare yourself for the answer that you might get. Be willing to walk with someone through whatever might come next. Because a person's how is not an individual responsibility, even though it can feel it. It's something we share as a part of being human. You know, we're not designed to be on this world alone. We do it together. So I hope you remember today, during this walk, long after it ends, the how really matters. Thanks for being here, thanks for caring enough to showing up, and thank you for taking these steps for awareness, for compassion, and for every person who needs to know that they're not alone. So thank you all for coming.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Elmore Recreation Reserve, where the toss has been done and dusted. Daniel, you were watching. I wasn't. I forgot.
Yes, Heathcote 1 will be kicking to the left of screen, also known as the Echuca end.
There you go. I'm very impressed with you today, mate.
Thank you, mate. And g'day.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, no, great to be here too. Last week we had Elmore. The conditions were a little bit different. It was a bit wet out at Mount Pleasant, but today it's a bit foggy. That's about it.
Yeah, not too bad. Visibility won't be an issue.
But there's a few out for Heathcote today. Tobin's out and a few others. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Elmore, we both thought at quarter time we've got a good game here. It was 2 goals each, and then they didn't score for the rest of the game last week. So
no, that's it. Done and dusted. Pack up.
All over. Yeah. Call the dogs and weigh on the fire, wasn't it?
Yep, that's it.
Get out of there.
Hopefully they can put on a bit of a better show this week on their home turf.
Yeah, fingers crossed they do that. Anyway, we're ready to roll. Umpires are Craig Green and Michael Shea. And we just got, not that we do a lot of betting, bet responsibly if you do, but the bet's on how many 50-metre penalties Mick can give away. Joking. More than 5, you shout the vanilla slices on the way home.
Oh, you shouted them on the way up, so that's only fair.
I think it's only, that's probably fair too. All right, so we're ready to go here. Match of the rounds, Super TV on a Saturday afternoon. Hope you're as good as can be. And this is, believe it or not, second last versus third. But don't worry about any of that because, as we've seen all before, things can happen. So, Rucks in the middle, Johnston, ready to take on Big Kine. Umpire Mickey is ready to go. He's waiting for us to wave. That's what it is. Yep, looking around. Yep, give us the thumb. So we are ready for the big clash here at Elmore. It's Coggo with Daniel Johnston. Well, it is Daniel Johnston too, believe it or not. Ball comes in, just kicked off the ground this time, comes out towards Beetle for Heathcote, picks it up, gets around his opponent, looks for somewhere to kick it, just bangs it on the left going forward. So first forward foray is for the Saints. Pick up, round the corner. Nice work there by Williams. Can he get a mark? Oh, he's a bit of hanging on, I reckon. And free kick is going to come back to Truick. So Hayden Truick just goes short, finds his captain in the middle. When I say the middle, the centre-half back position. He goes short as well. So just sinks the slipper now, Sammy Lee's playing his 100th game here today for Elmore. Ball comes across. Coghill gives it back, going back the other way. That's always going to be dangerous. Has to get rid of it. Does so, Culligan. Now he has to handball back to the man I just mentioned, who was Lee's. His short kick is good. So a one-on-one, the old training drill out here. Who's going to get there first? Little kick off the ground as he tries to come and make his way through. It's kind. Now they'll let things go. How high was that? Wasn't high at all on Philo. His tackle was pretty good, I reckon. So Matt Philo will take the free kick. It's got Sharp wide, decides not to go there. Just comes short but not to Sharp, if that made sense. So Irwin just gives it back now. Philo sinks the slipper, kicks it long. I'm not sure who he was looking for because it is all Connolly back there for Heathcote. Switches play, brings it across. So they're off to the races so they can move it on here this time. So just hold up plays, Heathcote. Drive it forward. Kick's not great. Might end up being all right, though. Turn around and just kick was Waters. Beetle bangs it into the forward line. Who's back? The little push shove. Oh, Johnston.
Too good.
Yeah, too good on that occasion. Got the sit. Beautiful sit. And he should put through the first for Heathcote within the first couple of minutes, thanks to Agnico Eagle. So Johnston, you think he'd probably just turn around, Daniel, and kick this, but he decided to go back a fair way.
Yeah, he wants to be sure.
To be sure.
I think this is going to be convincing through the goals.
Does just that. So first cab off the rank to Heathcote. The reserves had a win, and I reckon we're going to get filled with music. Actually, I think they're up the other end, aren't they, Heathcote? Or are they behind us?
No, they're right behind us.
Are they? Okay. So might be doing the awards at the moment. Stand by for the music. One straight. Heathcote, thanks to Whitehill's Fish Shop. And also Bendigo Bank, Heathcote Community Bank.
They're just chasing someone to go and get the ball, I think.
No golfers on the... Normally you'd be out there playing golf, mate.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it today, but not to be.
Have you played this, the Axedale course before? Axedale, Elmore course?
No, I haven't, mate.
Doesn't look like sand scrapes. It looks like they've got greens.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the footy comes back. Sand scrapes. Axedale have sand scrapes? I think they do.
I think they're proper greens.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. I know Quarry Hill did.
Yeah, still do. If
Still going,
if they're even still running.
Yeah, I don't know. Rucks anyway, kind in the middle. Johnston, brother of it, just kicked a goal. Got the tap. Now trying to get out of there. Working hard was Razanek. I'll go forward though. This time, throw Dwyer. His kick had to be good. Gould is out there, gets there first, runs it round the outside, comes back the other way to Holmberg. His little kick was all right to Philo. So Matt Philo probably needs to drive it in there. Mind you, I notice with interest, the kick, I'm not sure it was meant to go to Truick, but he'll take it anyway. He brings it across wide. Here's the go to his brother Jack. So Jack Truick over the top, bounces for Smith. He runs around the outside. He had a man helping him out. Kick was a little bit short. Goes to ground level. They try to pick it up now. Sharp's in there to get one in the back. Umpire says no. And they'll see good to throw it back up. I've gone with the binoculars today too, Daniel.
How are they working out for you, mate?
I haven't tried them yet. Let me get back to you. So ball up. Bendigo end of the Elmore Recreation Reserve. It's the end that Elmore is going to. So the Rucks go at it now. Tap at the back, just waited. Little kick there for Freckleton, went nowhere. Now they're going to go in after it again. Sharp's there at the bottom. He tries to get rid of it, gets it out. Birch is there too. Still Smith going nowhere. I reckon the umpire said you hung on to it for too long, Smitty. So it'll be a free kick going to the Saints. So kick comes out nice and wide. He'll probably get their first homework. Doesn't. A little bit of effort. Oh, look out. He's Jark's got to give it back to a teammate. That teammate is Waters. Comes back the other side, round the corner, just in front. Oh, couldn't take the mark. It was Big Kine. Goes in again and Philo's in there too. That's Kine, the big fellow at the bottom of that. Philo just slipped it out the back. And it'll beat everyone over the boundary line. So 6 gone first term. Just a goal on the board for the Saints. We've got the best spot, just about the best spot in the league at the moment.
I'd say it is at the moment, but after talking to people from Heathcote today, that might change.
It may change. We'll see what happens. But, so just the phone going off, mate, like you'd expect. Beetle across the face. Here's an opportunity for the Saints again through Luscombe. Luscombe gives it off again. Round the corner to the captain Price. Little short kick is no good. Comes back to Birch. He's got a man at the side of him, is Beetle. He has to go really wide to Price again. Will he keep it in, Cody? No, he doesn't. And she was a bit of mucking about.
When is your phone not going off, mate? That's what I want to know.
That it's. I have it on silent too.
Usually only rings when it's someone important, right?
Yeah, well, that's right.
And that's why you never answer my phone calls.
That's not fair. Might be right, but it's not fair. So back to the footy. We haven't gone far. Just well, umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going to Heathcote. So kick out nice and wide. Comes back into the middle. Smith is there. Johnston couldn't take the mark. Little fresh air kick out of there from Kine. Comes back again. Tackle was good. Razanak just turns around, bangs it forward. Johnston's there. He gets a shove, did he? Yeah, he did.
Yep.
We all saw it. And he was trying his hardest, Truick. Hayden variety, but he will give his opponent, Johnston, the chance to kick his second.
Second for himself and second for the team.
Yep. So Dylan Johnston right behind it here. Kick is on the way, looks good. And now some little kid's got to go and get it from the Axtell, keep saying that, from the Elmore Golf Club. I reckon a net down there would be good.
Yeah, it wouldn't go astray. I think we were saying the same thing last week, weren't we?
Yeah, I think so. We were saying that at Mounts, but I've got no doubt they're dear.
I do really enjoy the fact that Elmore prioritised putting this platform here before buying nets.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, you can always get a footy back, but you can't get a good vision all the time like you've got here.
That's right. Priorities.
Yeah. So back to the middle. Umpire Shea chucks it up. Johnston versus Kine. Kine got the tap from the back. Ground level. Trying to get his way in there is Philo. Bit of a stalemate. In fact, it's thrown out the back. Umpire said a little bit high. It's an Elmore kick. Going back to Philo, he's had a good couple of minutes, Matt. Ball swings wide towards Holmberg. He hasn't given him much of an opportunity. He's got Birch on his bum. Might be Williams, in fact. It is Williams. Little handball back from him. Comes back. Got to get rid of it. Oh, dangerous. Did well to get out of it. Handball was good. Birch is there for Heathcote. His kick's a ripper. Waters takes the mark. And again, they just work smart. This is Liam Jarks. Just seeks to slip it, looking for the big fella again. And he takes the mark. He had 2 to beat. In the end, it was 3, but...
He only just held on to that long enough.
Got to pay that a mark, though, surely.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He lines up for 3, and he's a real issue for the Elmore Footy Club, is Dylan Johnston.
The big, strong Aussie boy.
Yeah, he is. 3 in the space of, what have we done, 10 minutes this term. Other games will go around the grounds too. Nick's at North Bendigo versus Mount Pleasant today. Up at Lockington, Huntley, Jude's up there for us. Kick is on the way. Geez, he hasn't missed anything today, has he?
No, dead eye.
I reckon he's eaten all his breakfast. He didn't even miss that bit in the corner. 3 straight 18.
You reckon he even ate the crust?
I reckon he did, mate. Probably even the pattern off the plate. He's missed nothing. 3 straight 18. Yet to score, Elmore. And this term has done 10 minutes. This time last week, the Bloods had 2 goals on the board against Mounts, but just haven't been able to get it forward.
They haven't even really scared their own forward 50 yet.
No, exactly. So back in the middle. Pretty good little midfield there of Heathcote. So work themselves out. So Rucks again go at it. Kine got the tap for the Bloods. Bends down, picks it up again, the big fella. Got a wobbly old barrel type thing that actually went a distance. They come out to meet it now, trying to pick it up as Connolly. Got a little handball across. I'll go forward this time, the Saints. So Barnett's kick. Oh, that's probably a free kick, it is. So Munro's free kick. Got a man to the side of him, Sharp's there as well. Decides that he might need to move it a bit quicker than this. And gives it some distance. Oh, Heathcote back here. That's not a great kick. So play on is the call. And Freckleton brings it across. Opportunity for Williams out there. He picked up his own kick, pushed it forward, gets on his left. Dangerous again. Big fella's back there. Can't take the mark on this occasion. They slip and they slide. Little one came out. Just heard a voice in the end. Johnston's handball is good. Turn around the corner for Conforti. And he's missed. So that's their first point. And they just look dangerous down there, Daniel.
Yeah, they do.
3-1-19 is the score. Super TV, thanks to Bridgewater Bakehouse, Eagle Okaya.
Agnico Eagle.
And Agnico Eagle all over the top. They all sit and wait. Try to get in there was Coghill. Still waiting for it at the bottom of that pack. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to have a crack at this boy's name. I'm going to say it sooner or later. Jarolawski, the number 31 for Heathcote.
I reckon that's a pretty decent effort.
Without being terrible, I hope he doesn't go to the ball much. So ball swings out wide. Went in there, picked it up, was Waters. Kick comes wide. Now the pressure's on Butler. Walter variety, a couple of Butlers in the side. It's an easy mark there. That's a good kick. Looked like he meant it, but I think he just turned around and had a little shot. So Luscombe thinks he can do the distance. He's about 49 out. So Luscombe for their 4th. Oh, there's your first 50, I reckon.
Yeah. He's not signaling 50 yet.
No, it's 50.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be a goal.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
The players are trying to work out what it is. I think he moved off the mark, but gee, you got to be doing that stuff all day, don't you, if that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
So Luscombe will kick the goal. A little bit academic. And the Saints, dare I say, will go marching on.
Once they get the ball back.
Yeah, here it comes now. You wouldn't want to miss it because they've already put it on the scoreboard. He doesn't. 4-1-25. I suppose they also think the tree back there is going to stop a lot of balls as well.
It stopped a couple coming in from the right angle, but yeah, I wouldn't rely on it too much.
So Luscombe kicks his first. Johnston has 3 for the Saints. And Elmore, he's a bare book at the minute.
They do say trees are 90% air.
Do they?
Well, that's what I say when I'm on the golf course, but somehow I still hit the part that's not.
Most people say I'm 100% hot air. What do they mean by that? What do they mean by that, Daniel?
No comment.
So back in the middle, not sure what Elmore can do. The umpire throws it up. Umpire Shea. Big tap, nice tap by the Bloods. Coming through though. Jarks gets a little push as he kicked. Probably worked out all right. This bloke's just kicked a goal, Luscombe, so he'll drive it into the forward line. He does just that, looking for Jarks to come back. Good mark.
Yeah, good hands.
So Lees takes the mark. He's got a few options. Just moving nicely, Heathcote, defensively. Now, this just makes it hard when you're going to go that wide because your next kick has got to be good, and that is, by the way, to Smith. So good work by Harney. Kicks a wobbly on horrible thing. Sharp had it for a second, dropped it. Yeah, that wasn't great. Now it comes across to Butler. His handball had to be okay. Little handball over the top. No one could take a possession. They go in to meet it now. Oh, is that in the back? Umpire said no. Arnie gets his boot on it. Won't work out okay. Price that run over the top of it. Round the corner. Big kick going forward. This time by Barnett, I should say. Rolls the back and 40's there. See it over. And another point to the score. So 4-2-26. Plays yet to score. Holmberg couldn't take the mark. They come in to meet it. Jump on top. The bottom of that pack. I felt that too. Bateson gets himself up. So not far away from our commentary up the top of Elmore here.
Not far.
The back is sharp, had to get rid of it. Now he has to go again himself, decided to kick it. He's had 2 possessions and they've gone nowhere. Price is there, back to the back here. Swing around to Holmberg. He got swung around. Sharp swings it on his right boot, kicks it forward. Big fella's there. Oh, nearly a great grab. Unfortunately, it went to ground. This is Cody Price. Little short kick, goes over the top. Razanak will do something smart. Had 3 to beat and did that. Goes back to Razanak. Nice work by Bateson. Now swings it. That doesn't look like a great kick. Smith at the back will get there first for the Bloods. Picks it up. Oh,
good
got
tackle.
Dragged to the ground. Umpire says you had an option. I'm not sure about that. That'll be 50. Yeah. There's your second 50, mate. The
That's
vanilla
2.
slice is looking good. So Foster was going to be taken to about, geez, he's taken him a long way, to about the 30-metre mark.
If that, I'd say.
Yeah. It's a big 50, that. So Ryan Foster. .30 out, kicks on the way. Yeah, works out okay.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
So another one to the score.
Elmore are in real trouble already.
Starting to look ugly. (5-2-32). Whoops. That's why I did it. You just got to be careful what buttons you press, don't you?
That's why I'll leave the button pushing to you.
Yeah, that includes your partners. Anyway. Thanks to Elmore for the hospitality. 2 upstairs here, mate. Just need a chair, I reckon, which I've got. Might just get a bit old, Daniel, with the old legs and the hips and that.
You'll be right tomorrow, mate.
Yes, I will be. Go-karts live from Rochester. Kine got the tap just to the back here. Handball came across. Here's the chance for Birch. Kicks it towards Johnston. Couldn't take it. Ground level. Round the corner. Little kick. How's this going to sit? Sits good. So it is raining goals here at Elmore. And Sean Williams kicks his first. Well, I'm not sure what they can do at the moment. The only thing you really can do, and I know this sounds very defensive, is put a loose man in defence. Just to stop the run or have that man in the hole. But
Well, at the moment, there's not much point Elmore having men up forward because they just can't get it there.
They can't get it there. The other thing is there's no wind.
No.
At the moment. But they tell me good things always happen at Elmore for the home side when the train comes. And guess what's coming? The train, that's right, Daniel.
I hear the train are coming.
I hear the train.
It's rolling around the bend.
So Rucks again. Kine got the tap. Philo, bottom of that. Umpire says mine. So they toss it up again. Kine couldn't take it. Comes towards the back. Razanek's in there too. Just got a little kick forward. Can they do something out of this? Good punch from Price at the back for Heathcote. Little slip slide going on there. Now it comes across the man. I couldn't pronounce his name. I tried really hard. So kick going forward by Foster. His kick worked out to be all right. Pushed off the ball, but he got a kick away with Butler. Now it swings towards the side. Here's the opportunity for Elmore going forward through Irwin. But Connolly takes the mark. Price decides to give it to now. Short. Again, looking good for the Sainers. Short again. Birch. His kick's good too. Playing some good footy at the minute. Heathcote knows
Very
where
good.
that's got to go. Here's the big fella. He pushes forward, takes the mark. Oh, no,
paid.
paid it.
Yep,
paid
paid
the
it.
mark. So it'll be number 4 for Johnston, and again, I'm not sure what you do in this situation. It's the Bendigo to Swan Hill or Bendigo to Echuca.
And you go to Echuca.
Kicks on its way, looks pretty good off the boot. I like it. And this is starting to get, if it wasn't ugly before, it is now.
Certainly is.
7-2-44, yet to score Elmore, and this quarter's done 21 minutes. And I don't reckon Elmore's done a lot wrong. It's just simply these guys are well drilled at the minute. I haven't seen them for a few weeks. Heathcote only on tape, and
Yeah, they're looking good.
they do look good playing as a team, which is good for them.
Well, they are currently third on the ladder, but that is only by percentage.
Yeah, there's nothing in this comp. So umpire Green told me he was playing with Sandhurst Cricket next year, and I said, well, that's it, you're out. Should be playing with us. Bendigo City. So Greeny throws the ball up, big slap. Johnston got it. This was Connolly actually. Johnston comes back, trying to make their way through. Philo got his boot on it, which worked out okay. Jump in the back from Price, couldn't take the mark, goes in after it again, Cody Price. Swings it out the back. Didn't look quite right, trying to get there. Bottom of that pack, little handball over the top. Now they might be able to do something. Elmore through Cox. Geez, he's putting teammate under all sorts of pressure. Butler couldn't take the mark for the Saints. Bottom of the pack. Now they've got to go in after it again. Umpire's picked out a free kick going to Elmore. So centre wing. He's
Didn't
got a
see what
man
that was for.
not far away from him. So Gould sinks the slipper. Little push, plenty of numbers back there for Heathcote. Coming through, tackle was pretty good. Umpires, oh, hang on. Umpire changed his mind. The last second there. Didn't think he had much of an opportunity. Doesn't matter, Gould comes in. I reckon he's kicked this, and he has. And they are on the board, Elmore. Took a while, 23 minutes ticked over. But that's the first one. So Lockie Gould, first score for the Bloods. One straight. It's getting these used to these, right? The old binoculars.
The main question is, do they help?
I think they do. I think I'll get used to them because they've got to wear these bifocals, and obviously that's what these are too. So you're seeing very close. Tap from Kine was good. Philo's in there. Johnston tried hard. In fact, he did kick off off the ground, but it wasn't for Birch. He got hold of it. Couldn't take the mark out there. Trying hard. Munro. And they'll see it up now. Smith helps himself up with Beadle. Can they get a couple in a row, Elmore?
They need to.
And they do, desperately. Again, just to kick in hope. O'Dwyer came out. Now he's got to go again. Price did well. Little deft tap there. Sharp's in there too. Jumps on top of it. Still trying hard with Butler. Oh, it swings out. This is Gould. Just kicked the goal. What's he looking at? A one-on-one? Oh, that's a horrible kick.
That's not a great kick.
Not sure what he was doing. He'll say a minute though. O'Dwyer comes in. Did he go over? No. The umpire agreed. Little kick had to be good. Oh, great work, Cody Price.
Yeah, good defence.
So Price wastes no time, gives it a Beadle, gives him a job to do out there against Smith, and Smith pushes it across the line. So they'll keep possession in their forward 50, Elmore.
They're not doing much wrong, Heathcote.
Now, I actually think Elmore's not doing a lot wrong. I know the score would say different, but they're having a crack. It's just that Heathcote are cleaner. So ball about to be thrown back in. Rucks will go at it. It'll be Barnett. Comes towards back. Smith will get there first. Tackle from Beadle was good. He loses it, Smith. Still goes in hard again. Beadle says you got him high. So free kick.
I think that was for in the back.
So shot on goal. for Elmore. And 2 in a row. 35 out. Kick is on its way. Not going to make the distance, I don't reckon. Or in fact, it did. He turns around and he says, "Shut up, Brian, it got there." So 2 in a row for the Bloods here at Elmore. And all of a sudden, it's a different game. Well, not a different game, but it's a more competitive game, so I was trying to say.
They've still got a lot of work to do,
Yeah,
but there are signs of life.
correct. TikTok. No, number 15 for Elmore, mate. Just kicked it. What's his name again? No. So Baker kicked that goal. I haven't got him on my sheet, so just to confirm with the timekeepers here, Baker kicked that for Elmore. Rucks again, good tap from Kine, comes out, Philo let it go. In after it again, trying to work hard in there's Gilmore. I reckon just let it go, gee. So Gilmore's free kick. Kick comes out, should be, oh, well done, nice work in there, defensively by Foster. Comes out the back, Gould, kicked one today, swings it round. Philo, oh, look out, you're in trouble, mate. Yeah. Don't have much chance, did he, really? It's a bit like giving him the money in the robbery, knowing the cops are around the corner. So Birch. He's got a few screaming for it outside here. So now just sets it up. Plenty of numbers back here for the Bloods. Off hands again. Rolls towards the back. Foster again. Kicks on its way. Looking for the big fella. Gets forward. Can't take the mark. Now going to go in after again. Little kick off the ground. Philo couldn't take it. Kine's tackle was good. They've just lifted a notch here, Elmore. Good football, boys.
Yeah, very good football.
So Johnston got the tap. Comes out. Back, just got a kick away in time was Gilmore. Tackle is good on McLean, and I'll throw it back up again.
It's almost like they've flicked a switch.
Yeah, that's it. Like I said, I didn't think they were playing that bad. It's just that Heathcote just were cleaner. So no one can take it. Kine tries to, comes around the back again. Little push there on Raznik. And I'll throw it back in. This is what they scored for the game last week. Remember, 2 goals. So
Yep.
another one, and away we go.
It's all about improvement.
So Rucks again. There's a bit of hanging on. No one saw it, so they'll move it forward. Gilmore couldn't get it. Birch did for the same. As great smother. And he's had a good couple of minutes. Ryan Foster. Just those little things. Won't get a stat for that, Daniel, but it is a
Little 1%er.
Yep, correct. So Rucks again. Slap from Kine towards the back, trying to get through. Big fella just picks it up like it was like a little marble in his hand, wasn't it? Foster's in trouble there, I think. Yep. Oh, gee.
Umpire says give it to me.
Ways. Yeah. Umpire Shea. Again, Kine, Johnston. Coming through. This is nice work. Like this from Williams. Kick going forward, but it is all Harney back there for the Bloods. He's got the big job on Johnson. He's already kicked 4 this term. Just goes short. Had to be good. Oh, off hands again. It's dangerous. Little handball was smothered. Luckily, they might get out of it here. In fact, I just went through the hands of Cox. Little short one out wide from Coghill. They might be right here. Kick from Truick of the Hayden variety. Has a man over the top to Smith. He needs to move it forward. He's got O'Dwyer just sitting there. He can wait for it, Matty. Now he decides to turn around. He's got a one-on-one. Little short kick had to be good to Sharpen his. Well, he's about 30 out. Sharp decides to go short to Gould. Good mark, good kick, good work. So Lockie Gould will have a shot from about 30. Where's all this come from, mate? We're nearly at quarter time, 30-minute mark of this term.
And they've got a chance to better their score from last week.
Yeah. So Lockie Gould kicks on its way. Distance not an issue. I reckon this one's been pushed wide. It has. So Blemish 2-1-13 as we approach quarter time. 7-2-44, let's not forget that. The Saints have had a pretty good turn.
Oh, that's not a great kick.
No. There's a lot left in this term, so timekeepers are not far away from us, so get ready for that blast. The back there, good tap from Johnston. Comes across, little handball. Sharp's got to be good here. Gets a handball back, gave it away though. Resnick just pops it up. Johnston, look at this for gut running. Oh, fantastic for the big fella.
Good chase, good work.
You don't want much more from your big forward when he runs that hard. He's got a few blokes in the middle, decides to just sit it up again. What's that option like? I was going to say it might work out all right. It didn't, but it doesn't now because Butler comes in, open goal, and gets one when the Bloods didn't want it. So, more to Butler that time. And that stings because they had all the play. What a quarter so far. 8-2, 50. 2-1. 2-1-13. And I'll bet you a pie at half time the siren goes in about 6 seconds, huh?
No bet, mate.
Insider trading?
Yes.
Right next to this timekeepers. So not a lot left in this term, but it's been a beauty for Heathcote. Thanks to Agnico Eagle Kaya as well. Community Bank in Bendigo Bank, that is, in Heathcote. So siren about to blow. There won't be much more to come in this. Resnick just handballs over the top. And that will be quarter time here at Elmore Recreation Reserve. We'll go around the grounds real soon, but that's the score. It's a big lead for Heathcote over Elmore. 37 points. Back soon, Super TV. More than that to catch up with Zach Finlay, who's doing it on a bit at the minute. Makes his way around that bend. It looks like we're going to have a winner for the tag 125 light from start to finish. Last bend. Done deal. Comes down the straight. Gets sideways a bit, but he's picked up a win. He's just about there too, Mercury. Look out, Phil. You've had the race on your own, mate. Oh, he just went a little bit sideways too. He'll come around and he'll get a lap after this to finish. What a great race here at Bendigo, the Victorian Combined Masters Final. Last lap, what a great race this is. Radford out in front, Mercury pushing him, tries to get through, can't do it. Still out in front, let's see if he can do it. He's out in front, I reckon he might have got there, Phil Radford. Good racing, Mercury's going to have one little last go, gives him a little shove, down to the checkered flag, and it is Phil Radford. As you can see, there's a slower racer in there too, by the way. So Sasso and Zach Thompson got nothing. He got size off the track. Oh no, Finlay. He's crashed. He will be ropeable.
lovely thing about together. It